Hello everyone, my name is Lindsey Lusher Shute. I am the Executive Director and co-founder of the National Young Farmers Coalition. We are here today for one reason alone, and that is to stand with New York's farmers. This bill, the Working Farms Protection Act, is dedicated to the strength and the perseverance and the contributions of this state's working people. New York's 35,500 farms take care of about 7 million acres of farmland in the state, support more than 160,000 jobs, and generate in excess of $39 billion annually for the state. They produce nearly everything we need. They employ local people, they keep small towns alive, they steward our land and natural resources. And as the western United States heads into another drought, New York's farmers are our food security, they are our food sovereignty. Farmers are the bedrock of the health of this state. But this population, this culture, and this economic engine may not continue as it does today. Crop farmers are enduring low prices. Dairy farmers are selling off their herds as they are being dropped from their milk trucks. Forces of consolidation are leaving many multi-generational and family farmers unable to compete and thrive and do well. And in the midst of these economic issues, there's another looming crisis that's been decades in the making. And that is simply that we do not have enough young people farming here in New York State. In New York, farmers who are age 65 and older manage nearly a third of the state's farms, and most of those farmers do not have someone young beside them, someone under 45, ready to take the reins. None of these are small problems. In fact, they are very big ones. They're going to require bold action, collaboration, innovation. And we need help from all of you, from all of our farmers, from all of the organizations represented here to really make a difference. But we're here to do this today. We're here to make a positive change, something big and important with this bill, to address farmland access, which is the #1 challenge facing young and beginning farmers across this country. It is the #1 reason that people can't get into farming. It is the #1 reason that young people are quitting the farm. It is the #1 thing holding them back. And in fact, this was the reason that the National Young Farmers Coalition was founded. My husband Ben and I, when we were in about the 6th season of our farm in Red Hook, New York, we were done renting. We were ready to have land that we could own for ourselves to really build a family, build a career, build a life in farming. And when we went out to look for land, there was land that was conserved all around. Conserved with local, state, USDA, federal dollars for farmland. But none of that land was accessible to us as farmers. And the reason for that is simple. It was simply too expensive. When we conserve land presently in New York State, it works well for the farmer who is there, who is conserving that land. It can really be a great economic support, help that farmer reinvest in that land and in that farm operation. But when it's time to sell that farm, there's no guarantee that another farmer is going to be able to be in the position to buy that land. And that's where we were so many years ago. We were unable to buy this beautiful farmland, multi-generational land that had been capitalized and loved and cared for by previous generations. So that's what we're here today to do. We're here to ensure that conserved land in this state, conserved land that the public wants to see in agriculture long term, the conserved land that when we are putting our tax dollars in, we're thinking about our favorite farmers, right? When we do that, when we're generating public support for these programs, we're thinking about the orchards, we're thinking about the dairies, we're thinking about the farm stands. Well, we're also thinking about farmers who own land. Because the farmers who own land, they can capitalize their businesses, they can build those farm stands, they can do cover cropping, they can put up fences for agriculture, for animals. They can build a life. And that's what we need to guarantee here in New York State. The Working Farms Protection Act is no more than an insurance program for our farms. When you buy a house, most of us will buy homeowners insurance, right, to go along with that. We expect the unexpected, right? We invest in the future and the unknown and the risk. Right now, when we are conserving land in this state, there is no insurance that that farm is going to be farmed into the future. And that's what we are talking about here today. We are talking about long-term viability of farms. We are talking about farmland for farmers. And we are so thrilled to have all of you here with us working on this problem together, because it is going to take all of us to solve it.